We are going to be doing this one today. And then this one is the same, but much taller. And actually, let me do a measurement to see how tall it actually is. Almost 3 feet. And then the silver is almost 4 feet. Good morning. Good morning, Connie. Hi, Peter. Okay, the first one is going to be lime green. And they don't make these anymore, but they are very similar to Sempertex Reflex Lime Green. And yeah, they are the same like the Sempertex Lime Green. These were BOL balloons, which was a brand from balloons.online. I don't see them on their website anymore. And again, I'm going to use my hand pump so I can exercise that arm. And I'm going to give 3 pumps, which will be approximately 4.5 inches of air. You can use an electric inflator, it's much faster. So I have my first pair. So now I'm just going to make a quad. And I'm going to repeat the steps to make another one. Now I'm going to make 2. Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. When I do the taller set, I have them this size. The smaller one is going to be a size down. So I just wanted to create more work again. I need it to be about 4 inches. Okay, so scrap what I just did. We are going to do it 4 inches of air. And we're going to make 2 quads with 4 inches of air. Okay. 1 quad. So now we have those, and I'm correct this time. Now I'm going to make another set. This time it's about 3 inches of air. Hello, Serbia. I'm going to make another quad, which I am just twisting it together. And the last quad. Voila. we are going to need a stand. So I'm going to use this acrylic one. It also includes a balloon cup, but we're not going to bother with that. So it has the base, and then you have a screw, and then you're just going to screw the pole right onto the base. And then you have this. This one I believe is 23.5 inches. Yeah. And then I think they have a shorter one. And if you go to my profile and click on the link tree, you will find the link for the acrylic stand. Okay, now I'm going to place this one over the pole like that, twist it over, push it in. Then we're going to add the smaller one, 3 inches. And now we have that. Now I am going to use Sempertex Reflex Lime Green 260. And I'm going to get 4 of them. And you want to stretch them. Don't do that. And no, for the pink one, for this one, I ended up cutting off some of the pink, but I only had 4 pink 260s, and I made it work. I have more of these, so I'm not going to do that this time. So I'm putting 4 pumps of air, but I'm going to release a whole bunch. I want it to be super soft. AKA, we don't want any breaking. Tie 2 together. Okay. We are going to put this one over this. Just pull it up. Then we're going to do the same thing on this one. So now you have that. Now I'm going to take another 260. I'm going to cut off the nozzle, this little circle. And I just cut off that much. Now we are going to twist. Let me just see what size I'm doing here. So So we're going to twist these two balloons together like that. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. This is why I said to make your balloons super soft. Not even. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to match up. Then you're going to take that little piece and wrap it around there tightly and tie it. So now we're going to do the same thing. Repeat it on the other side. And we're going to tie those on with another piece of 260. I think these look so cool. They are a lot easier than the other twist I was showing you the other day. I forgot to, these little pieces can just be tucked right in. Now we are going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to cut another piece of 260. And repeat. You're too small. And now I'm going to tie this piece of 260 around. And I'm just going to tuck that in. And we're going to do one more. This time we won't need a piece of 260 because we will be tying it right onto the pole. And let me just make this be a little taller. Might have to move you guys back a little bit. Thank you, Customs. Much easier than the other one, right? Okay. I'm going to make sure those balloons are still soft. I didn't have to squeeze them until now. So now we're going to make 2 loops again. Or 2 bubbles, I mean, sorry. So one. I'm going to get the other one. Okay. Now I'm going to hold where this is twisted. Just trying to do those not too bad so I can just use them. Now you're going to tie those two loops together. And then tie it right onto the stand. And I'm just realizing, I think I went up higher on this one than I did on this one. It's okay. I will figure it out. These stands are acrylic centerpiece stands, and I have a link in my bio. There's a link tree. Click on the link tree and you will see a link for acrylic centerpiece stands. And now I'm going to take those two ends and tie them onto the pole. Tuck all those yucky looking things away. That one will be hidden anyways. So now I'm going to add this to the pole, twist it over, okay, I forgot, I want to try to line this up. Line this one so that this one sits the same. And now we will add the final one, just 4 inches. I didn't leave very much space up here. Alrighty, so this is what we have so far. We're going to need a topper, and we're going to need to put the 260s going around these ones here. Okay. I am just going to use the pieces that I cut off. We don't need very much. Only about that much. Thank you, Pretty Pop Creations. No, don't cut that off. We will need that for tying. So now I'm going to make 4 bubbles out of this. So I have 1. I have 2. Let me redo them because I want them to be about the same size. And once they go on here, they don't really look like bubbles. They look more like this. I'm going to cut the tip off of there and tie this. Oops. And I lost a bubble. That's okay. We can get it back. And then we are just going to make it so that each one of these tucks in these sections, like in between here. Now I'm going to tie it. And then hide those pieces. So this is what we have. And I'm going to make another one of those. Now again, you want it to be placing right in between all those grooves. And then tie it. And we're going to have one more of these sets to make. I love this design. And now we're adding our final set. And we're going to tie that off. Tuck away the ugly parts. And this is what we have. And now all we need is the topper. I'm not going to use my hand inflator for that one. I'm going to use the electric one. Along with the sizer. So this one will be inflated with 12 inches, but they are 18-inch balloons. I forgot I need, before I tie it, that's not good enough. see this scrap. I do have a scrap piece. I'm just cutting off the tip so that it's open ends for both sides. And I stick that in before I finish tying. And now it's connected in with the tie, the knot. And to add it on, you're just going to use those 260 ends. You will place it on. Okay, that was not supposed to happen, but it's because I didn't have very much space at the top, if you can see. So to fix that, I don't want it popping off again. I'm going to add an uninflated 5-inch to the top. And now add my quad. Okay, yes, that is going to work. So we'll try again. I'm just going to take the 260 ends, and I'm actually going to bring it down over this one as well. That will for sure lock that top in place. And just let it go, you don't need to tie it. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece. Bring it right down. And we have the green one. And you see, if you could see, the green one came out a little bit taller. It's because when I did this one, I ended up making these loops smaller. And this was very close to the top. So which one's your favorite? Pink, green? And then the silver, I ended up just putting an 18-inch round foil on the top. When I do this one now, we are going to actually do it in 2 colors. We're going to do it in blue and silver. So I'm going to use an 18-inch Qualatex round balloon. So this is this one. And I'm just going to use this piece of scrap, 260. Thank you. I'm going to take this one, place it on the inflation tail, and then just roll up. And now tie it. Okay. For the stand for this one, we're going to use a balloon column stand, but just with 2 pole pieces, so that it'll be a centerpiece stand. So I'm going to place the screw on there, and then a pole, Busy bee, that's funny. No worries, the replay is going to be on YouTube. That's awesome. She wants to rush home from work. She's itching to go home and do this. So for this one, the bottom is going to be Kalisan mirror silver. And we're going to make it 4.5 inches. And we're going to create a quad. And put it on our stand. So you're just going to place it on the stand like that. Twist over. And push down. So these are going to be about 3 inches. Stand, twist it over, and push it down. I think I just made another mistake. Because these are 4.5 inches, so these should be 4 inches. My goodness. Okay. Sorry about that. 4 inches is what we need for this one. And if you're following along, I deeply apologize. So, one final time I'm going to add a quad here. Twist it over, push down. I did like it with the smaller set, but because the pole is so long, we need to make them bigger. I don't have Kalisan silver, but I have Sempertex reflex silver. So again, I'm going to get 4 of them, give them a stretch. And then I'm going to, this one needs to be longer than what we did for the green. Yeah, I ended up putting 5 links in between there. So I'm inflating with 6 pumps, and then I'm going to release a bunch of air. So we are left with this, and it is super soft, which is what we want. This way our balloons won't be popping on us while we're trying to make the design. Tie 2 balloons together. And we're going to make one more set like that. Okay. I'm going to add this one over this balloon. I'm going to go under and pull it up. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Thank you. Sometimes not so calm though. I've done some screaming and crying over the years. Okay. We need another 260. I'm going to cut off that nozzle, which is just this little end piece. And we'll need about that much. And I'm going to do another one. I need another one, 260. Okay. You're going to make 2 loops, or yeah, not loops. Why do I keep calling it loops? You're going to make 2 bubbles. So that you have this. Hello. Buongiorno. I can't say that very good. I could say ciao, but... And I'm just going to repeat and do the same thing on the other side. You want to make sure they're about the same size. Hold them together. Grab a piece of your 260. Pull it around. And tie it twice. And you can hide those pieces right in between your balloons. And we're going to do the same thing. Going to make 2 bubbles. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then we are going to tie them around again. Yes, we are going to get snow. I thought we were going to be getting it soon, but maybe it's later. That's better. My honey is out there working outside. So the later the snow comes, the better. Okay, we're going to make 2 more of those bubbles again. You're definitely doing this today. Awesome. You might want to send Pascalina a message and join our group. Everybody is sending their pictures of what they've done. So now I'm going to add another 260 piece. Tuck those away. Were you? Okay. I'm going to need some more of this. 260. And we're going to make those 2 bubbles again. And repeat and do the same for the other side. And then we're going to add the 260 and tie it twice. So do you guys agree that this is much easier than... Okay, don't laugh, it's shrinking now, but I still have this one. This is way easier than this. I see you, pretty pot. Okay, now I'm going to give it a squeeze. Bring it down here, everybody can still see. Okay, we're going to be needing one more set of those bubbles. And the other side. And I promise you, if you keep your balloons nice and soft like I did, you shouldn't get any poppage. So now I'm just going to tie the 260 piece around, which I just realized I could have just cut these ends and tied it on, but that's okay. Now I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to use that to make a link going around. I don't want to let that go yet. Okay. Just going to tie that on. Didn't make myself much space to tie. Okay, now let me get rid of these. Yes, thank you. Please tap, tap, tap the screen on TikTok. That helps share the live out to more people. And on YouTube, the comments help. Why do I cut it too short to tie it? Now I recovered those pieces, because the economy is terrible, so however much we could save money, we want to save. So the bottom quad that's going to go here now will be 4 inches. And now I'm going to add this one to the stand. And we're going to make another silver to put on the top. And now I'm going to add this one, which actually could have been a bit bigger so that there wasn't all this space left. Let me show you. But because the balloons are sitting higher than that, it will work. So now foil balloon. We inflated this one earlier, 18 inches. We added a 260 scrap to the bottom. And now you're gonna, I like to hold it while I pull. And just let it go, you don't need to tie it. And here is the blue with silver. I would definitely use both of these for an event together. Some tables can have just silver, some with the blue and silver. And just to show you the size difference. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, thank you. I forgot about that. I forgot about doing the little thank you. I don't know, I get on live and I would forget my head if it wasn't attached. It's like I get too excited. Okay. Thank you, because I was just going to leave it thinking I was done. No, we need the little beads to go around. So I'm just using some of my ends of the 260s. We don't need much. Thank you, see you more. Thank you, Shanta. Okay, I'm going to make the 4 bubbles. And I'm going to do that again. Okay, that's better. They're not even, but that's okay. Tie the end. So we have the 4. And you're going to situate it so it's right there. Each one has its own little groove. Instead of Stella getting her groove, the balloons got the groove. And then you just want to hide those pieces. And we'll make another one. Can't believe I almost forgot that. Oh, thank you. Just keep working at it. You'll get it. So again, we're going to make 4 bubbles. We've got the 4. Gonna snip the end. Thank you very much. I see somebody saying very good. We're going to snuggle those in. And tie. And hide those ugly pieces. I'm sorry, I think there was a pinned comment and I missed it. Ever since I've done the comments bigger on TikTok, I'm missing some of the pinned comments. They didn't pop because I made sure they were nice and soft. I released a lot of air when I did this part. And even when I do this part, you'll see I'm not putting too much air. I do, but then I release. You want it to be super soft. Yes, that's the word I was looking for, underinflated. And somebody was saying that they're having trouble with their balls. I'm going to use my left hand. It's going to pinch. My right hand is going to twist, if that helps. Not too bad. They're almost the same size, right? Yes, tap, tap. Bring it to 20K likes. And get this one. And if you guys want to join the group, please message Pascalina. You could leave her a message right here and just say, I want to join. It's just a group chat. Everybody is taking pictures of their work after they're done and then posting it. So now we need one more. Okay, Pascalina, I see Kimberly would like to join. Wreaths Craft and Co. Thank you, Kimberly. Okay, Pascalina, I'm sorry, I'm making you work now. There's a lot of people that are saying they would like to join. Okay. I don't know that I gave myself enough air in this one. Let's see. Sure I did. I'm going to snip the end. Make sure you're holding before you snip it. And I'm going to tie it. That one was a little tricky. I made them smaller little beads. Now I've finished it. What do you guys think is better? The 18-inch round or going with an 18-inch latex? So the foil or latex?